Hi, this is Tanya, and today I wanted to talk about surrendering. Surrendering to God, basically. So, surrendering to God, surrendering to your partner, surrendering to your friends, surrendering to your mentors, just basically the key fact about surrender. Knowing that you are older than you think you are. I'm 24, but I know that I'm older than I think I am. Just like in the chapter of John in the Bible, it says, we live forever. So, knowing that we live forever, you should also know that you are older than you think you are. Now, there's this song by Bethel called Surrender, and I want you to listen to it. I'll write it in the bio for you so you can listen to it. But it's called Surrender. And this song basically it's like a key. Surrendering is the key to opening chapters of friendship, to opening chapters of jobs, to opening chapters of school, to opening chapters of a promotion. Surrendering. So, another thing that I want to talk about is the art of surrendering during sex. Now, when it comes to that specific word, sex, you have to know that sex before marriage is a sin. So whatever you got yourself into, if you're having sex before marriage, just know that it is a sin.
Then you're going to hell.
And you're going to hell.
Then you're going to hell.
For basically having sex before marriage.
Then you're going to hell.
And it's very painful. Like, the good feeling is only temporary. You're going to be lost and confused, lost in the sauce. Okay? Beyonce made a song called Drunk in Love. Have you ever felt when you're drunk? When you're drunk, you are woozy. You got headache. You can't walk straight. And you are all over the place. Like, that's how drunk is. That's why they created things like DUIs, because being drunk is not fun. So, sex before marriage is a sin. So, don't have sex if you're not married. If you can't show documents and papers that you're married, then don't have sex. Sex is not for you. Just wait on the Lord. Wait on the Lord. Now, when it comes to surrendering, whenever you are like, sex is big trouble without marriage. So when it comes to surrendering, you are to wait on the Lord. And basically, the Lord will guide you. He will send his angels, just like he sent John to talk about the light and how he bore witness to the light in baptism, and he became John the Baptist. He became all this type of stuff because God sent him. As well as that. So, I just came here to tell you guys that sex before marriage is a sin, and when you need to surrender, you need to surrender. Okay, just like in that game Mario where he threw up the white flag and Mario's Napoleon. So just like in that game where he threw up the white flag saying I surrender and everything fell down. It was like an earthquake. Haiti just went through an earthquake, by the way. Not too long ago. But yeah, you know, when you die and you're reborn and you become a baby again, it's because you have sinned. John says we live forever. Okay? When you're playing a game and it has the little hearts right here, and you're fighting these monsters and these demons that came about because you have sinned. Now you got a big demon coming at you. And you don't know yourself anymore. You got to fight that demon before your hearts run out. And when that heart run out, what happens? You die. You die. So, and you become a baby again. But John says we live forever, Tanya. Oh, I know that John said we live forever. So, John, you have to explain this to me.
Can you go, like, talk in your room?
Anyways, I'm changing locations. My brother's watching anime, and yeah, he's watching anime. But yes, and also prayer. We have candles. I have candles for prayer. That's just one of them. And you can become. So buy candles and pray. Surrender to the candle and let this become you. Just like Miss Obama said, become. Become. So let this candle become you. Let this candle become you. Let this candle become you. And they have names. San Judas Tadeo, Oración del Señor, Virgin de Guadalupe. They have names. When I first started praying, all I knew was Ogufre. Ogufre's. So spiritual. And he's so fierce. He's a warrior. Ogufre is a warrior. So he probably has a lot of daughters. I was like, oh my God, Ogufre, I want to be your daughter. Just because he was just so strong. And I love this one. Right here. Virgin Mary with her daughter. With her son, actually. This reminds me of Beyonce in Grown Woman. But it says Virgin de la Caridad del Cobre. So yes, I'm practicing on saving my purity. So all these candles that I have here are going to be for my purity. Excuse me. And well-being. See, right now I am a little sick because I lost my purity. So we're going to have to work on that. And I got so much candles to pray about. And basically, they're prayer candles, so you pray. So basically, guys, what I want to remind you today is that you pray. You need to pray in order to reach the higher level of yourself. You need to pray. I pray every night. I go to church. Even if I can't get on my knees, I know that I'm praying. In the last chapter, I spoke about how to hear angels in your sleep. And I heard angels in my sleep. And it was just so soulful that all I heard was a noise. The only thing that I heard was Tanya, you know? So, I heard angels in my sleep. I heard people talking to me in my sleep. And it was so powerful. It got me into my emotions and whatnot. And it was just so powerful. So, I just want you guys to start praying. Get to praying because prayer is the key to reaching your higher self. You know, Whitney Houston said, I am every woman. So if Whitney Houston says that I am every woman, then you can be every man for the man out there. And so you can be every man. Sorry about that. I like slow motion. But you can be every man, you can be every woman. And basically the ending of that story is reaching your higher self. You know, just reaching your higher self. So pray, guys. Start praying. And if you curse, cursing is a sin. That's the beginning of sin. So if you curse, I'm a germaphobe. So if you curse, I'm allergic to you. So don't curse. Because cursing is bad. And nobody wants to hear a cursor. Cursors are horrible. And always know that your mom and dad is there. If you ever watch Superman, his planet died. Superman's planet died. And it kind of reminds me of Dragon Ball Z, where Beerus destroys the planets. Beerus' brother destroys the planets, and he's not a Kai. He's a god of destruction, and he destroyed the planets. And that they say that Dragon Ball Z belongs to 1998, and I'm 1998. But let's bring it back to Superman, because we're in America. But I think that cartoon belongs to America too. But anyways, yes. Think about Superman. Superman's planet died. His mom and his dad died. But you know what they left him with? Secrets inside of him. They gave him all of his powers. And they left him with secrets inside of him. It was like a little chip. You know, chips. They call it. People are scared and say it's the mark of the beast. I see that nowhere in Revelations. They say it's in Revelations where the mark of the beast happens, but you don't know nothing about the mark of the beast. If you want to, talk about the mark of the beast, you can think about Superman, where his planet died, and they left the chip inside of him. And this chip basically a way so he can talk to his parents, so he can go back home, so he can know his higher self. Prayer. It was a prayer that they left inside of him. And that prayer unlocked his higher self. It helped him find his parents. His parents died. His planet was destroyed. But you know what? They left something. Just like I'm Haitian, and my parents left me something. Candles, prayer. These candles don't just evaporate into the air, man. They don't just evaporate into the air. No. You know what? These candles, they go inside of you. They pray for you. These angels become you. They become you. And these angels will become you. You can become these angels and they will take care of you, and they will lead you to the secret passageway, just like a psalmist does. Psalms. It's not just songs in Psalms. No, it is a secret passageway to eternal heaven. Okay, you don't need to die to go to eternal heaven. No, you don't need to die to go to eternal heaven. See, John said we live forever. So everybody's trying to make it there. I need to go to church. I need to give tithes and offerings. But you also need to pray. So pray. Prayer. Prayer is something that we all need to do. Back to prayer. That is like a base foundation. If you don't know nothing about angels, just know about prayer. I'm telling you about angels right now. They love you. They have so much love. They made it to heaven. These are the angels that made it to eternal life in heaven. These are the angels that became warriors. These are the angels that became healers. These are the angels that can fight for you when you have nothing left. Just like in Bethel. This is how I fight my battles. So, I'm here to tell you guys today, this is how I fight my battles. By calling on these angels. And we get into a lot of trouble. Oh my God. I just got into so much trouble while I was getting a job. And you know what? While I was getting this job, I got into so much trouble. So, and I've been having a couple jobs, but none of them worked out for me. But, I keep having dreams about TJ Maxx and when I was working there. So when I was working there, I was heavily sick. I kept using the restroom. It was horrible. But my mom did some medicine for me. She did some medicine for me. And I feel so much better. This medicine will never run out. This is forever. If you are in hell, maybe the devil will steal it from you. If you are in hell, maybe the devil will steal your prayers from you. But you need to be in heaven. So, so be in heaven. And sex without marriage is a sin. So, let's get married. If you want sex, let's get married. Sorry. I'm a PHATWOMAN. So, it's like, sometimes. But I dance too. I did dance classes. I took a lot of dance classes in high school. Okay. But let's talk about prayer. St. Jude. It's even a hospital, St. Jude. So, you can talk to them. You can pray. As these candles are lit by the fire, you can pray. Right now, I have one this is a week of prayer that I'm doing. I have one for each and every day. I'm going to be talking in my sleep. And I'm going to be praying and talking in my sleep while praying, So, yes. I even took my piercing out. I didn't want to get it, but my mom was getting her tattoos. And she was like, oh, baby, come with me. We got to get these piercings, these tattoos. So, yes. That is basically the whole thing. And you got to watch out for the enemy. In the last video, I talked about going back to work at Alorica. No, that was my past job. I did horrible there. And I ended up having sex. So it wasn't good for me. It wasn't good for me. So I would not go back there. I would not go back there. But I know that I'm doing good there. I know that now my spirit is doing good there. Once you get a job, it's forever. So you're locked in. It's like a roller coaster ride. The roller coaster ride may be over, But you know clowns, they keep you on there. And you're forever on there and you're locked in. So I'm locked into that job. Just like I'm locked into Applebee's. But Applebee's is a Texas roundhouse beating. I never got beat up so bad in my life. She took the two tables and clawed my legs together. I was like, what is wrong with you, bro? What is wrong with you? And so I had to go. I had to leave. I had to go. I stayed for a little bit, but I had to go. My legs was broke. I couldn't take it anymore. She diminished me, bro. So I surrendered. And you know, God told me, God said, "Hey, Tanya, quite travaisa. Travaisa, papu." And that basically means Tanya leaves that job. That job is not for you anymore. Somebody hates you there. Whatever. And her eyes were glowing. But yeah, so just start praying. Surrender. Sex without marriage is a sin. And, oh my God, that's the penny I gave you, St. Jude. Yes, I gave St. Jude a penny. He was battling. I don't know what was he battling for, but I gave him a penny. St. Jude is Ogufrey. Well, you know what? I don't think St. Jude is Ogufrey. I think St. Jude. You know what I think about St. Jude? I think that's his son. I think that's Ogufrey's son. That's his baby. Or maybe that's him when he's resting. Like I said, Whitney Houston said, "I'm every woman, so you can be every man too." So that's probably Ogufrey, St. Jude. This one right here. I gave him a penny when he was Ogufrey. So, there's Ogufrey, there's Esley Dontoy, there's Esley Freda, there's somebody, Samedi. I keep using somebody. Samedi. Who else is there? There's a whole bunch of people, bro. Oh, there's so much. Okay. Thank you so much for listening. This is Tanya Charles teaching you how to pray, how to stay grounded in this life that we live in today. This world is very hard, and I just want to let you guys know to stay grounded. Don't give up. Heaven is waiting for you, calling at you, shouting at you, okay? I'll be missing you. It doesn't exist to me unless it's heaven that is calling you. I even have some medicine in my head right now. It's salt water with a lemon. It's going to suck all the bad juju out. You can call it juju too. America calls it juju. Haiti calls it voodoo. Voodoo, I mean. It's magic. You can call it magic. You can call it whatever. But I call it heaven. I call it prayer. Okay? You can call it what you want to call it, but I call it prayer. It's basically praying. Like he said, he's the one who's talking right now. You see his hands? It's basically praying. So don't get discouraged, because God is there for you. Even when you receive bad news, God is there for you. And that's what I came here to tell you guys today. Bye. Mwah.